Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Conarium, blind. Now, last time I charged this crystal, which should allow me to push away the vines.
I can't bear the pain anymore.
Although it was drained again, so presumably I need to find some other way of getting out of here to avoid that happening.
High enough for me to see a wide vista before me, but the snowstorm is completely covering the view.
Because I do need the stone to progress. Unless I just must be quick enough or something. Well, that didn't last long. So I guess I have to run back then, especially because my crystal is drained. But most of all, I just need to evade them, right? To even get past them. I wonder if they can be stopped by this. Because if not, then I guess I just need to evade them. I guess I do need to evade them, because he was standing right in the beam, and it didn't really do anything. Cannot save my game, you say? Yeah, it's potentially kinda annoying. Because when I die, I will have to start everything over. It's especially annoying if they turn out to be faster than me, and I'm not about to turn to find out. It seems like a supremely stupid idea, all things considered. What? Did I die, or...?
All these must be the products of my disordered imagination and nothing more.
Okay, I don't understand what just happened. They clearly got me, and before, when they've got me, the game simply ended, but this time I was like teleported forward. I don't get it. Don't get it at all. Somebody has dressed this statue in actual robes, because I'm pretty sure this is cloth. It's not stone pretending to be cloth. This is actual cloth. Oh, and this is the elder thing that they were worshipping. Yeah, they are even falling on their knees before it. Bunch of candles. And is there anything else worth picking up here? Well, not at a glance, at the very least. And I can't seem to interact, can't seem to be able to interact with the elder thing either.
Anybody reads this, or if there is anyone still alive out there. I've lost everybody who was on my search party. I am alone and afraid, even from the out-of-place echoes of my own footsteps that are reverberating along these halls of ages-long silence. It is hard to tell if I am alive anymore. Those visions, sounds, the devilish scenes described in the reliefs I come across every now and then. We were not meant to be here.
Dr. Faust! Dr. Faust, are you there? Answer me, please!
Are those bells? Yes. Should probably not be ringing them, but can't help myself. Okay, this looks important. Well, I can only go forward. I had a vision of a sacrifice of sorts. There's a giant dead tree as well. An ornate sacrificial dagger, wholly intact and still amazingly sharp, even after all those years of desolation. The elaborate carvings on its curious metallic surface signify a reptilian nature. Okay, and those what's the word? Statues? They almost look like they are covering their ears, as if they were hearing something that's painful to them. Obviously, the question of whether they actually have ears and in the roughly same place as humans would is an open one, but that's just a general feeling I get when looking at them. Is this the ending? When the ending that was also the intro, when I met Dr. Faust in like a tunnel of some sort? Yeah, I think this is a recreation of the scene.
No more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone.
Okay, he's looking in some kind of a weird surface. Well,
Frank, George, down.
Was that a sheer delusion?
yeah, I somehow doubt that. He said calm down, but apart from that, I don't really know. Those are dream catchers, right? Okay, there's a note. Entry 1. Having heightened my knowledge of the arcane arts, I find myself contemplating the subjects of universals, whether definitions exist in nature of things or in mere conceptions, illusory and perhaps a sheer product of human language. Our means of receiving impressions are absurdly few, and our notions of surrounding objects infinitely narrow. We see things only as we are constructed to see them, and can gain no idea about their absolute nature. So what lies beyond the woven limits of the flesh we've been trapped in, and is it really possible to pass beyond it at least once? What do we know of the world and the universe around us? For the last 10 years of my rough life, I've lived with the undulating echoes of those scorching questions that have rendered me a ghost among the flocks. But yesternight I finally got some answers. During the last session, Frank and I managed to get the printer to work, and though the results are blurry, we have the first empirical proof of what we saw there. Okay, so the whole argument about universals, so whether definitions are merely words that describe something and they are wholly sort of constructed by humans, or whether they actually whether a word is actually like infused with the essence of the thing that it is describing, sort of. I'm kind of mangling this, like, once upon a time, because what I'm trying to say is this whole idea of what exactly is the meaning of words and the meaning of names specifically, whether they are something that's wholly, that's wholly superficially constructed by humans as part of creating languages, or whether they have some deeper connection with the actual nature of the thing that they are describing. This is a very famous, actually one of the most famous sort of discussions of philosophy, and it was debated, ad nauseum throughout the Middle Ages, for example. There were multiple stances on this issue, and unfortunately, once upon a time, like in high school, when I actually studied philosophy, we had a subject of philosophy at our high school. I could have told you a lot about the different stances on this problem, but unfortunately at the moment I can't remember. Like, I can't even explain it right, because I'm pretty sure what I said is not entirely correct. So I'm kind of ashamed of that, and I'm kind of sad about it, because I knew those things once, I just forgot. Because it's not, it's not something that you use a lot. But there were very concrete and heated debates on this subject, and the most prominent positions even there had their like names. They were like teams basically of philosophers who believed one or the other thing about the universals and the concept of names and words and what they mean actually. So I am going to look up some resources. I'm pretty sure there must be hundreds of videos on YouTube that succinctly explain the concept of universals, so I'm going to look a couple of them up and post them in the description in case you're interested. And I myself am going to refresh myself on this idea in the thingamajig in the off-screen. But for now, let me continue onwards.
We need to be cautious, not to let anyone else see this grand collection. it could be extremely dangerous for both of us.
So I have a collection of artifacts. So what was all of that? Was all of that in the past already? Like, have I returned already with the artifacts, and now I'm just recalling the events of the past? Well, I guess that remains to be seen. And those are the mechanical heads.
Deliberately preserved heads from Mesopotamian marshlands. Such cultivated minds kept in permanence by getting dried under the scorching sun with methods now lost to us. As well as the sun, they were believed to be symbols of knowledge.
Oh, so wait, those are actual disembodied heads. It's pretty gnarly.
A stuffed subadult Nile crocodile, one of the oldest creatures still living on the face of the earth.
What? What are you talking about? If it's stuffed, then it's no longer living. I press X to doubt, overall.
A sacrifice ritual mask from Middle Africa. A medicine man mask from Northwest Africa.
Okay, I've received a bunch of journals. Oh, it's just repeating what he said. Okay, let's continue. That's a striking image. It's a man on a cross, like in the sea. Okay, I can't read any of those. What is that? Ah, it's a crowbar. Okay, can I pry something open maybe? But it would have appeared, right, as a context prompt, and he would have said something along the lines, "Oh, I can't do it, blah blah blah." Right? Again, it's those people eating each other. Unfortunately, since I'm recording this almost back to back, like, I think that the other time I saw this was yesterday. I haven't checked. Oh wait, no, it's a different scene. Is it? Were those people in the other picture as well? That's clearly some kind of a devil creature, like a demon. Is it maybe an illustration of Dante's Inferno? Cause I think in one of the circles of hell, it might have been possible for, maybe there was a circle of hell in which people devoured each other, like for example gluttons or something. And obviously this is some kind of a devilish creature, and this would be Dante and Virgilius, right? Well, one of them is one of them. That's interesting. I'm going to look it up because, as I said, I didn't have an opportunity to yet. So I'm going to look it up and put it in the description.
Looks like a preparation for a long trip. Looks like a preparation for a long trip.
Okay, that's a gnarly looking artifact.
This relic is from Madagascar. I have two versions, but this one is extremely rare. It is called Hanaldi. Nobody knows exactly what it means, but from its symbolic depiction of a dark sphere inside a light one, it is thought that it could mean the underworld. I had it brought by an old captain friend who often visits that island for trading purposes.
Okay. No comment on this. Interesting. I guess those are the two versions of the same thing that he mentioned.
This is exactly the same room I've been in one of my visions.
Old friend, what you've told me about the shared nature of the experience of the Conarium provides of the shared nature of the experience the Conarium provides made me think about about necromantic means of data inquiry. I am sure you will remember what I told you about why certain corpses never decay, but rest firm and fat in their tombs for 1,000 years. I believe with some help from certain acquaintance, I can provide you with such specimens. They would be beneficial to both of us, I believe. Eagerly awaiting your answer, H. Warren. Okay, so I guess what that posits is if that the brain is not decomposed, they could somehow connect it to the Conarium and communicate with the dead, basically. That's again Saturn eating his children. This is some kind of a pot. Although it might be an urn, because it's full of something grey, which might be ashes. Not entirely sure. Okay, can't read any of the books. No books here either. Or here. But there's a figurine of a penguin. A figurine of an emperor penguin, creature native to Antarctica. Okay.
A native drum from the Asmat people of New Guinea. Their creation myth says Fumerapits made the first carvings of men and women. By beating on this drum, Fumerapits caused the figures to dance, bringing them to life.
Okay.
According to legend, this very djembe belonged to a learned drummer from Senegal who can speak with the dead by rhythmically beating it.
Okay, what is that? Is it a notebook? Oh, it's a calendar with some marked dates. Okay, so it's what? October of 1949? And there's the 1st, the 6th, and the 13th marked. It might be a clue to some puzzle, maybe? Okay, I was looking at all of those maps last time, right? And the plant. And this is general information. Yeah, because I was in this room, as he said, in one of the visions. Okay.
Mask of an all-powerful moon goddess, esteemed by an eastern island tribe, now lost in time. It is from the private collection of the late famous hermit Klaus von Herdeth. Don't ask me how I get it. I have my ways. Elusive mask from the submerged parts of Kerguelen Islands. A cryptic mask with an untraced origin.
Nothing to say on the skulls.
Skulls from New Guinea that are believed to be housing protective spirits. This is called the Mask of the Beholder.
Okay.
Locked.
Wait. Oh, I saw this as well, but as I said, as it was yesterday or something, I didn't have the time, because I'm not editing them at a time. I usually play a whole game, I just record stuff. I have a couple of external drives just for storing videos, so I usually record the whole game, then edit it in a free time after I already finished it, and then put it up. Like, you're probably going to watch it in like late 2021, but I'm actually recording this in in April of 2021, so I didn't have time to look up all of the paintings, but I saw those two already. So the sources are probably in one of the previous videos.
I need a phonograph cylinder.
Dear Ross, how can we comprehend exactly how much time has passed since the erection of the earliest ziggurats of Sumeria? What can we know about the time-worn Sphinx still standing in the Giza Plateau? They only justify the sheer ignorance of mankind by forcefully making us admit our instantaneous vibrations in the vast cosmos are but an illusion. Today I want to ask you about something that is equally as interesting as edifices. That's something, I presume, you will have a hard time believing. I have finally acquired some information regarding the fabled cities of Rubal Khali, which are said to have been built in an undreamed age of certain wonders and rumored to have been intentionally submerged beneath the eternally shifting sands thousands of years ago. There is even more to this story. According to a reliable source, there should be depictions or informations about the locations of the ancient Conariums buried within those holes. Within a few weeks you will receive a book containing the locations of those cities and a map predating all maps known today, directly copied from an antediluvian originals. I am sure you are excited beyond imagination and eager to discuss those findings in detail, but that will have to wait a while, since I'll be away for some time visiting all oriental wonders of the old world. I am sure you know what I mean. Hope to see you soon. Harley Warren. Okay. None of those open. Seemingly.
Woodland Lizard Spirit Mask. A serpentine ritual mask from India, which is said to have hypnotic effects on the one who deeply gazes into its eyes.
What does this say? HP Lovecraft. But unfortunately I can't. HP Lovecraft. Wait, is it mirrored or something? It looks very weird. It shouldn't be looking like that. Unfortunately, I can't read the title. It's messing with my head. I am pretty sure this is mirrored. Like, it's not even upside down, it's simply mirrored. Like, look at this. Well, that's a wrongly printed label, if I ever saw one. Oh, there are thingamajig designs for the thing that I have on my arm. A secondary component, primary component, interior mounted on a glove. But what does that do? Electrical discharge heads, electric sound transmitters. Still, I don't quite know. And I'm looking for a phonograph cylinder to play it on here.
It sounded like the floor is hollow back there.
Oh, it's actually very good that he told me, because I didn't pay attention. But you can very clearly see sort of the outline of like a hidden panel. And sure enough, there is the phonograph cylinder, as well as some kind of a device. Also seems it seems like some kind of an electrical device, ornamental metallic object, because it almost had like a plug on the other side. Well, first let's listen to this.
When using Conarium, we are able to be seen as well as to see. For some time, I was detecting a conscious something, previously unseen by my rudimentary vestiges. Only lately, it becomes clear to me. Now it comes into every session and seems to materialize more and more each time. I won't attempt describing it, but only would say that it's not benevolent. From what I can get from its glowing semblance, which I believe is used as a way of communication, it can sense you, only if you spend a considerable time within the sessions. I've read about it in the cursed Necronomicon and some elusive records compiled from deep-rooted Bedouin oral literature. Thus learned that it tries reaching the corporeal vessel to dominate and execute the wanderers of the beyond, such as ourselves. But again, against all warnings, I was a fool to believe that I can stop it with just simple signs and incantations. As a resort, we ended up lighting up the place with myriads of candles as well as electrical lamps, but still shiver with fear with every noise our rundown enclave is causing, isolated from ancient darkness of the night.
Okay. Well, let's continue. Oh, whoa. Okay. That scared me. Even though it was just a thought on the door.
Locked.
Is this still locked? Yes. So I guess my only destination is in the basement. No comment on those? There is a note, however. Wait, I missed one entry, right? Dr. Faust entry 1. I think I did, damn it. I feel bad about that? Entry 1, Dr. Faust's journal entry. Entry 3, but where is entry 2? Well, I guess it might be, I might gather it in a non-linear sequence, you know, out of order, which wouldn't be that weird. Lying outside the known space-time continuum, this is a dimension to which the gate is knowledge, and the key is the Conarium. As we start to shed our fleshly bindings, we start to perceive more and more. If we inquire by merely knowing and thinking on any subject matter, windows to related time and space open up before our non-material selves or minds. And what's better, we've grasped that the experiences in the sessions are shared and even improved by all of the attendees' personal knowledge. Even thinking about the possibilities that may bestow upon us in our quest for transcending the limits of our mortal bodies is about to make me crazy. But sometimes I wonder what has been keeping our sanity intact inside this forbidden place. Beyond the thick walls of pitch darkness surrounding us, there is something looming, whispering in my ears in a language familiar, yet I cannot discern its content. Okay. And this was some kind of a seal. Okay, I'm supposed to
It's locked.
somehow open it, but I don't think it relates in any way to those. I don't recognize those symbols, in fact. Well, I do recognize this, I guess. But I must use more than one. It seems from the look of it I must use 3. What are the clues intended for those? Okay, I will try again, look around for the solution next time, because I feel like this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!